This clip is brought to you by Merrick Health, the premium telehealth network from Derek More Plates, More Dates. Get your blood work and hormone optimization done under the same roof. Enjoy this clip.
So Andrew is just getting his feet wet with some jiu-jitsu, and I think that's a good thing to kind of center in on for today. You know, people getting started with stuff, and then also, like, I don't know, like how beat up you get, and should you lift? Should you run? Should you chill? And can you do anything simultaneously to improve it, or you just got to like sit and wait? Mm-hmm. And is the only cure to get on the mats as often as your body can handle?
Yeah, I'm trying to navigate that now. I do. It's so weird. It's the worst feeling ever because, like, on the days that I don't go to jiu-jitsu, I feel like a total piece of shit for not training. But that day, I feel like my body has trained harder than I ever have because I'm so sore. So I'm like, maybe I'm waiting, and like, this is probably not the best approach, but like, I'm waiting for the soreness in the body to kind of get acclimated to the new stimulus, which I have a feeling will probably never officially happen just because jiu-jitsu, there's so many variables.
It will happen.
But you know what I mean? Though, like, I'm always going to feel like, oh, dude, whatever happened, my neck and shoulder are kind of like a little tender today or something. But as far as like my body's like energy level, like I'm kind of waiting for that to happen because like even today's Sunday, like I feel way better than I have the past like 2 weeks. So that's already way different because like this Friday, I was like an actual person. The Friday previous, I wasn't turning yellow like the other Friday, but I was just wrecked, you know, I was like a zombie. And then this Friday, I was like, I feel pretty good because I listened to Cassio's advice, in which basically he was kind of explaining like for an open mat session of like 6 minutes, I'm just going all out for that 6 minutes because it's like, you know, the timer's going down and I have this much energy for that whole thing. But he was like, oh, well, imagine you were going to go for 2 hours, then you'd probably slow down. Like, that makes a lot more sense. And because I don't know shit, well, I mean, I know a couple things here and there, but like the technique and the skill isn't there. So it's like, why am I in such a huge hurry to do nothing? Like, how about I try a couple things or try to just escape, do whatever I can to survive, and then move on and learn the next thing instead of like, oh, I know this one arm bar from the bottom and I'm just going to keep fighting for it until I get it.
Why'd you decide to start jiu-jitsu?
Oh man, numerous reasons. I'll try to summarize it as quick as possible. There was just a couple guests all in a row that just kept without telling me directly. They were yelling at me that I need to start, right? And this happens often where like, you know, we'll get a string of guests that comes in and it's like they keep saying the same thing over and over that hits me in the head. I'm like, okay, fuck. I mean, you've always been preaching that I need to get into it, so that's definitely a part of it. So there was Bedros talking about like neutralizing the guy on the plane that said he's going to kill everybody, including his family. So that was freaking huge.
Choke the motherfucker out.
Yeah, that's freaking cool. So there's the family aspect and the self-defense. Of course, that's definitely there. What was it? Oh, Mark, you were talking to your son, Jake, and I think you guys were at like a concert or something. And you were like, look at all these people. I've lifted more than all of them. You know, everybody here, I've lifted way more. And if you get proficient at jiu-jitsu, he's like, you can hold your own against everybody here.
You're right.
And I'm like, oh, like that's so cool.
You can feel really safe. I mean, you know, if there's like a brawl, there's not much you can do about that because there's so much mayhem, so many people fighting. But if somebody confronts you, you can protect yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 100% that. Confidence, again, feeling comfortable, self-defense. But then my son, you know, like I want him to do jiu-jitsu. And if he's anything like me, then he has to like watch dad do it first, or he has to understand that like this is safe and it's effective. Kind of like with our exercise. Like we're probably not going to have to tell him to exercise or move because
your dad's a mechanic and you're into cars.
Exactly. So it's like he sees us moving, so he's going to move. If he sees me do jiu-jitsu, he's probably going to do jiu-jitsu. That's my hope. So my son was kind of like the last really, really big straw for me to get into it. And then, of course, like the confidence and all that stuff, but like doing something like that I've never done before. So like I did Muay Thai for a tiny bit, which was fun. But it was like hitting mats and stuff. Like sparring was just like, oh, we're going to do leg checks and shit like that. It wasn't anything serious. So the thought of having a dude on top of me or me be on top of another dude trying to like neutralize him was like so foreign to me. But because of that, I'm like, dude, what the fuck happens when shit hits the fan? You know, like what happens if I do need to protect the family and I got nothing, you know, and it's just like mano y mano, you know, I'm like, what am I going to do? Like be like, oh, I can do a podcast really, really well. Please don't, murder us. So
You can probably just prevent a fight from happening.
right.
Because I think sometimes, I mean, there's people that are dumb, but like usually people can kind of read, if you and I were like to square off and I for some reason was mad at you
Mhm.
and then I saw how confident you were,
Yes.
I would probably be like, you're lucky he's holding me back.
And
Why
I
is
would
this
like-
guy so calm right now?
Yeah, I would be like, yo, I'm cool. I actually am mad at that other guy over there.
yeah, and then the whole like like the fight or flight thing. Like if I know nothing, it's like I'm gonna be really paranoid and like sporadic if somebody comes after me. But if I know something, maybe I can like diffuse the situation, right? Like because I know I could neutralize it. Maybe I understand that like I can like talk somebody out of something, right? Just because I have the confidence for it, and again the demeanor of like showing that like I'm not really afraid of you. Like that's very important. So the confidence, basically. Again, I am the youngest in my family, so my immediate family, and one of the youngest, like amongst all my cousins and stuff. And growing up, you guys know, like I talked about like how skinny I was, and so getting picked on, like kind of getting bullied here and there without really like taking it too serious. I try to laugh stuff off, but like I was never like what's the word? Not feared, but like because I wouldn't want to be feared, but like nobody would take me serious if like something broke out or if I got mad, So again, just kind of understanding and knowing how to handle myself and how to handle someone else if shit hit the fan. Like it's very, very important. I think a lot of dudes should have that just so that way when stuff does happen, they're not scared or freaked out or, like pulling out a gun or a weapon or something and relying on that and really, really hurting somebody and themselves and their own family. So all of the above is really kind of was what got me into jiu-jitsu.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right. Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too. So you can get whatever you like from us. All right. Peace.